Hi guys! Welcome back to our channel. So in this video, sasagutin lang natin yung tanong nung ilan nating subscribers kung papaano ang ginawa naming pagpapamedical bago kami pumunta ng Canada. So if you're interested in this topic, please keep on watching! Hi guys! This is Emma of Alwin and Emma, and para sa mga bago sa aming channel, so I am an international student here in Canada. So we just arrived here in Canada last year, September 2022. So para sa mga nagtatanong kung paano ba yung ginawa naming pagpapamedical bago kami pumunta ng Canada, so ito sasagutin na namin in this video. So part kasi ng student visa processing mo and bago ka pumunta ng Canada is dapat makapagpamedical ka, and including yung family members mo na isasama. So, in our case, so ako yung nagpa-medical, si Alwin yung husband ko, and my son. So, during actually pandemic pa yon, so 2022, and marami pang restrictions or requirements yung mga clinics or hospitals. So, ano nga ba itong medical check-up? Actually, yung medical check-up, isa ito sa mga requirements para maaprubahan yung student visa application mo papuntang Canada. So, hindi ka makakapasok ng Canada kung hindi ka nakapagpa-medical, and dapat yung medical mo bago ka pumunta sa Canada is valid pa. So, yung validity ng medical check-up is within 1 year. So, yung pagpapamedical pala is pwedeng gawin in 2 ways. So, yung first way is upfront, or meaning, bago mo pa isubmit yung student visa application mo, magpapamedical ka na. So, hindi ka na mag-aantay sa visa officer na i-require ka para magpamedical. Meaning, uunahan mo na sila, kaya nga upfront. So, another way is that kapag kapasa mo ng visa application mo, so aantayin mo mag-request yung visa officer para magpa-medical ka. So, siya nga pala, hindi lahat ng bansa hinihinga ni Canada na magpa-medical. So, certain countries lang kung saan iniisip nila kailangan nila ng added protection, lalo na sa mga health-related issues. So, unfortunately, kasama yung Philippines dito sa list. So, all people na mag-originate from the Philippines papuntang Canada is i-require ni Canada na magpa-medical. So, alam ko sa Dubai, hindi na nagre-require ng medical eh. So, it depends talaga kung saan yung lodging mo. So, kung nag-lodge ka in the Philippines, just like us, nag-lodge kami sa Philippines, so, nire-requirean kami ng medical. So, bakit ba kailangan magpa-medical ang isang pupunta sa Canada? Of course, Canada will protect its country. So, gusto nila yung mga pumapasok sa country nila ay healthy at walang baong sakit. Kasi nga, unfortunately, yung Philippines, it's known for high cases pa rin ng tuberculosis. And other related illnesses na isa pa sa chinecheck nila aside sa tuberculosis, yung mga HIV or other sexually transmitted diseases. So, kunwari, kung may hypertension ka or diabetes, hindi naman ganun ka-strict si Canada. So, they will allow you. Yung mga communicable diseases lang talaga yung gusto nila siguraduhin. And kung meron namang tuberculosis yung isang tao na nag-a-apply for visa, so dapat hindi rin malungkot. So, ang solusyon dyan is treatment din for 6 months. So, ay aalaw pa rin naman ni Canada na pumunta sa bansa na to as long as well-treated na yung tuberculosis, if ever yon yung makita sa medical mo. So, yan. Balik tayo sa medical namin. So, kami, between the 2 ways na magpapamedical ka, ang ginawa namin is upfront. Meaning, hindi na namin inantay yung request ni visa officer na magpa-medical kami. So, before our submission ng visa application, nagpa-medical na kami. So, ang alam ko, so based on our experience din, yung pagpapamedical, you can do it in IOM, it's along Makati, and then number 2, St. Luke's BGC, and then number 3, there is what we call NHS in Baguio. So, you can have those 3 options kung saan ka malapit para magpa-medical. So, it's a requirement para sa mga nasa Visayas or Mindanao. I just don't know if may mga branches yung nabanggit kong hospitals or clinics. So anyway, kaya nga pala pinili namin yung IOM because it's in Makati, so mas malapit para sa amin yun, and then cheaper siya. So cheaper in the sense na kasi per person na adult, 10,000 kapag sa IOM, and then ang nabasa namin based on our research, si St. Luke's is 12,500 plus other expenses. So kindly take note pala guys, yung charges na sinasabi ko ay last year pa, based on our medical check-up last year. So, you can check na lang din on their websites kung ano yung updated rates nila. And then, if ever gusto nyo rin sa IOM magpa-medical check-up, so I will show to you the ways or process kung paano kami nakapagpa-schedule and ano yung coverage ng medical check-up ni IOM for our medical exam. So, para makapagpa-schedule kayo ng upfront medical exam nyo kay IOM, pwede kayong mag-email sa kanila, ask for their earliest date for appointment, o kaya pwede rin kayong tumawag sa landline nila. So, in our case, nag-email muna ako para malaman ko ano ba yung earliest available date nila by April, kasi yun yung target namin for our submission of our visa application. So, kindly take note nga na minamanage ko rin yung pagkakaroon namin ng medical dahil it has a validity period of 1 year. So, dapat nakaalis ka na for Canada within 1 year. Otherwise, ulitin mo yung medical. So, anyway, etong inquiry ko kay IOM, I sent it ng January, and then ang ini-inquire ko ng month is April. So, ang binigay nilang earliest date is here, second week of April 2022. So, sinabi rin dito nila na if we need an earlier date sa second week ng April 2022, they have to wait pa for any cancellations. And then, of course, I grabbed the available slot na for the second week of April. So, that's acceptable on our part na rin dahil ang target submission rin naman namin is third week of April. And then before proceeding pala sa appointment na yon, I actually inquired kung magkano pa rin yung rates nila para to be sure din, 'di ba? So ito yung ni-reply nila sa akin. So, for 0 to 10 years old, it's 3,000 pesos. For 11 to 14 years old, it's 5,000 pesos. And para sa amin ni Alwin, that's 10,000 pesos kasi 15 years old and above kami. So yan. So cash basis only, there's no credit card being accepted sa kanila. So once I confirmed na we are really getting that scheduled date, so nagbigay na sila ng mga reminders how to book an appointment. So all the details here have been provided para ma-confirm na yung appointment date na binibigay nila sa amin. And then finally, I have already secured the appointment. So everything from the inquiries to the booking and then to the confirmation, all emails lang yung ginamit namin. And then here you can read all the reminders, pero meron pa rin silang additional reminders kapag malapit na yung date of your appointment. As I was saying, kapag malapit na yung appointment date nyo sa IOM, bibigyan na kayo ng all the forms and all the checklist na dapat nyo tandaan. So, isa ito sa mga forms na binigay nila sa amin. So, para makita namin kung ano yung mga requirements na dapat naming dalhin. So, for IOM, so they will require the medical report form, but since we are doing the upfront medical examination, so we can skip this part, and then these are the things that we need to bring talaga. So the valid passport, copy of the passport bio page, 2 government issued IDs, and then the COVID vaccination card. So again nga, since during COVID time, yung pagpapamedical namin, meron silang stricter guidelines, lalo na sa mga COVID vaccination cards natin. But I just don't know kung ano pa yung nire-require nila ngayon since naging lenient na yung policy natin regarding COVID. And then if ever we have children under the age of 18, we have to bring original birth certificate, photocopy of their birth certificate, and then school ID if available. Yan. And then if ever there's a minor that will be bringing, and then you are just a guardian, so there must be a letter of authorization and then scanned copy of the parent's passport and the guardian's 2 valid government IDs. And then if applicable, you have to bring your pertinent medical records para pag tinanong ka ng doctor, you can already support your medical history. And then you can also bring your eyeglasses and contact lenses. Together with that email, sasendan din kayo ng mga forms. So dapat print nyo na and fill up all the details kasi nandito na rin yung urine test and pregnancy declaration form. So it will apply for 5 years old and above. Then meron din kaming finil up na HIV personal information sheet form. So they will send it to you. So you just have to fill it in and then sign. And meron ding HTS counseling form. So ito nga pala yung form na I've been telling you. So there's this urine test and pregnancy form. You just have to declare whether you are pregnant or not dahil meron ditong gagawin na x-ray. So just to protect you, you can click if it's not pregnant or pregnant and then sign. Aside from that, they will also send you the client declaration and notice. So there's no need for you to fill it up or to sign because sinisend lang talaga nila ito para basahin nyo in advance kasi dapat isign nyo to on the day na schedule yung appointment date nyo. So ano ba yung gagawin during your medical examination? Is it like an annual executive examination? So it differs depending on the age. Kasi kapag below 5 years of age, it's just physical examination. So katulad ni Zion, walang ginawa masyado sa kanya. Physical exam lang, chinek lang yung head to toe niya. So that's it. And then kapag 5 to 10 years old, there's an additional urine analysis. So urinalysis aside sa physical examination. And then between 11 to 14 years old, there's also now a chest x-ray. So for us adults, kapag 15 years old and above naman, ang gagawin sa atin ay aside sa physical examination, there's chest x-ray and then there's urinalysis. But there's also what we call blood tests for HIV, syphilis, and creatinine. So ito yung coverage ng 10,000 na babayaran mo for your medical exam in IOM. Just like I've said, so kapag sa IOM, it's 10,000 pesos. Kapag sa St. Luke's, it's 12,500 pesos. So during your medical examination or on the date of your medical examination, makakatanggap ka nga pala ng information sheet. So isa-isa kami sa family na nakatanggap ng information sheet and makikita nyo lang dito required or referred. So medical examination, chest x-ray, HIV test, syphilis test, creatinine test, and then the vaccination. So yung vaccination, ito yung pinapakita namin yung mga vaccination card namin. So, ito pa lang yung makukuha nyo on that date and then you will have to wait for 7 to 10 days para makita if that is completed. So, ito yung makikita nyo after 7 to 10 days. So, after 7 to 10 days, pag na-evaluate na ng doctors yung results ninyo, kung all cleared na yon, walang problem, lalo na sa baga, yan yun yung win-worry nating lahat eh. Ito na yung marireceive nyo na information sheet. So, lahat dito magiging completed. Kasi kapag nagkaroon naman ng problem, they will state there that it requires follow-up. So here, it's completed. Hindi nyo actually makikita kung ano yung specific blood test result nyo or specific result for chest x-ray, ano yung value for your HIV test or hepatitis B test. So walang ganong makikita. Ang makikita nyo lang is this completed or not completed. So here, it's actually completed and it is the IOM na that will send this result sa visa officer. Aside nga pala sa 10,000 na binayaran ni Alwin for his medical examination, he added 2,700 pesos para sa Hepa B test dahil meron siyang tattoos. So meron siyang tattoo sa balikat, and yun, nakita ng doctor, so nagpa-add sila ng additional test for hepatitis B. So on my end naman, walang naging additional sa akin dahil wala naman akong tattoos. So yan, kung meron kayong mga tattoo, yung iba, kapag maliit lang, napapalagpas ng ibang doctors, pero kay Alvin kasi buong balikat meron kabilaan. So nagkaroon ng additional 2,700 pesos for the Hepa B test. So that's all for this video guys. I hope nakatulong itong video na to para sa mga gusto magpa-medical or nag-iisip na magpa-medical para sa kanilang student visa application. So if you have any questions, just put your questions in the comment box below, and please don't forget to like this video, subscribe in our channel, and don't forget to click the notification button in order for you to get notified of our future uploads. So thank you guys for watching. Bye!